welcome back to Dirt 5. Today we're doing the acceleration main event Ultracross. Same as the previous two episodes, we have to finish third or better, and this is the final acceleration main event. Wolverine is up first at Cape Town Stadium, South Africa. He had a choice of car for either the 80s rally class or the classic rally class. He chose to drive the Porsche 911 SCRS Rally in the classic rally class. Now, once again I have something to admit. So, we'd previously both done this race and failed. Wolverine finished 7th, Soldierboy finished 4th. So Wolverine is taking part for his second time. And it's a tough, close racing circuit. It is so tight, any mistake you're in a barrier or another car, as you can see already. Although he's forced his way up to 4th, 5th place now, 7th place, dropping back a little bit there. But we are also going to change the car. So if he fails, Soldierboy has to do a second attempt. We're going to change the car. We'll explain that when we get to it. So, back into the race we're actually looking at. So this is Wolverine's second attempt in the Porsche 911 SC RS Rally. Nice looking car. Doesn't really corner brilliantly, I must admit. It has decent speed, it seems, but it is classic rally, so it's not going to be the same kind of speed as we've seen previously. And we're not entirely sure what cars everyone else is using. Only now am I actually realising we probably should have looked after the first attempt, or even the second attempt, at what cars other people were using. And that may give us an indication of what class was better, 80s rally or classic rally. I've only just realised it. Maybe next time we'll actually have a look at that. Right, anyway, Wolverine's race, I've been just blabbing on about other stuff. 8th place currently, 7th place now, after near the end of the first lap in fact. So the first lap is done, second lap now starting, 7th place currently. So this is where he finished in his previous attempt. Now for the infield section, which is quite a tight section, not breaking off of the corner there, just now giving up 6th again, but taking it back on the inside. Nicely done. Exit was a bit iffy because he caught the barrier, but kept the position, still in 6th currently. Messes up that corner, gets too deep and hits the barrier on the inside there, back in the 7th, but taking 6th again. I think he's going to lose it on exit. Very poor acceleration out of the corner due to the barrier hit. Then in 7th place, so forcing the car in 8th to give up, basically. Forcing his way up the inside, he now has 6th place. The rain has started. It is not going to help with the sandy ground that we have inside the stadium. The other car lands on top of him, but he keeps going. 6th place is still his. That coming through that fog there, that isn't nice. Your lack of visibility does not help him. 6th place, and you can just see 5th in the distance. There is a bit of a gap now between Wolverine and the cars of 5th and above. Losing 6th place as he hits the barrier. Car going flying through there. Left-hander now goes too deep, doesn't break enough. Down into 8th, 9th now, dropping positions. It's kind of a two-group race. There's a group of cars 5th and above, and the cars 6th and below. Seems to have been how the race has dissected itself. So 9th place as we start the last lap. Trying to catch up with the car's head. Catches a few under braking there, forces himself round, but actually takes it nicely. Does catch the barrier on the exit, the back end, but does keep it going. Takes the next corner really nicely. Still in the 7th place. Going to try and solidify this now. He needs to gain a few positions, but I don't think he's going to get third, just because the group ahead is so far ahead. It may take something special from here, but he's still trying. He's still going for it. 7th place, a little bit iffy on the barrier there. 8th place now. Going up the inside of the car, gets the 7th place back, but then too deep in the next corner. He doesn't like the tight racing. That's what Wolverine was saying. The track's too tight. Every time you try and turn, there's a car there. And he doesn't like that. He likes the more open spaced races where you can take wide lines and things like that. It just gives him more space. Mainly so if he makes a mistake, you've got time to recover it. You're not into a barrier and straight away you're slow. I think that's the big difference. Okay, drop down to 8th here as he hits a bit of a barrier. Goes back up though, gets 7th place back. Back down to 8th, this car's 9th even now. Up the inside. Right-hander here. I think we're close to the finish line. We are indeed. Can he hold this in? Taps the barrier on the end exit, but does make it 7th place finish. The same as the first attempt. Wolverine's attempt now. Sorry, Soldierboy's attempt now, and you may notice a difference in his car. Soldierboy decided to go for the Peugeot 205 T16 Evo 2. So same class as the other car. I think it's classic rally class. It cost us £48,000 to buy, and I just felt that the Porsche was nice, but really lacked in the corners. I had a feeling but I just felt this car might be better in the corners. So it's worth spending a little bit of money on cars. We haven't really bought many, and I kind of feel we should. I think that's where we're lacking a bit on these acceleration main events. The previous main events we didn't have an issue, but now we are struggling a little bit, and I think it's because of the lack of choice of car we have. So we are going to start buying more cars going forward, I think. But third place currently, about halfway through the first lap. Now about to exit the stadium. Right-hander here. 2 cars ahead of us, we can see them, they're there. We've got a little bit of a gap, but we're trying to keep with them. So as we go further through, we are taking them nicely. I don't think we're gaining. That's the concern there. Under the bridge. Just trying to keep it out of the barriers now. It's a very tight circuit, especially some of them corners. I think we have gained on the cars ahead suddenly. Out of nowhere we've caught them up. Took a really nice last corner there. End of the first lap, start of the second, we're in 3rd place. That's a decent position. We need 3rd or better, and we're catching these cars under braking, and we still make the corner. Okay, we turned in a bit too early, which gave us a poor exit and hit the barrier twice there. In the 2nd place though, on the tail of the car in 1st. Can we force our way through? Can we make a quick move up the inside? That's a tricky corner there. I'm going to take a right left really quickly. Up the inside here. Have I gone too deep? Managing to hold it, exit speed's a little bit poor there, but still managing to maintain. So we're in 1st place now. This is better than we thought. The Peugeot just seems so much better in these conditions. Holding the track nicely, it just grips up. I think it was a good choice. Definitely money well spent at this point. The right-hander coming next. A little bit too early on the turn-in, caught the barrier on the inside, but still holding on to 1st. Now there is a car on the 2 cars I think on our tail by looks of the mini-map, and then a gap. So 1st, 2nd and 3rd seem to have got away a little bit. Now we need to maintain this though and keep this going. So around the left-hander, getting a bit sideways there, lack of speed maybe. The other 2 behind are catching very rapidly at this point. End of the lap, we are still in 1st place. 1 last lap to go and the gap is tiny between us, 2nd and 3rd. So this needs to be extremely clean and extremely tidy. May have over-braked for the 1st or 2nd corner, I think you should call that. Just trying to predict where the braking point was. Previously we could look at the cars ahead of us and where they braked and kind of did the same thing. Which didn't really help us when we were in 1st, but we are battling now with 2nd and 3rd as well. I think a few other cars have now joined the fray as we kind of allowed them back in due to the fighting behind us. So, 1st place, but we need to hold this on now. Left-hander inside the stadium. The ground is very slippery after the rain we had, so we've got to keep this together over the jump. Really nice jump, but the car did sneak ahead there on the inside, but we're taking it back. 1st place is back to us. Trying to hold this together. The car is really struggling to grip some of the corners now. You can just see how wet the track has got. Hopefully the track conditions you can see more now on the PS5 edition. I meant to mention this on the first few episodes of the PS5. Is there a difference? I think I can see it, but I don't. You guys let me know what you think in the videos. Playing it live, obviously, I can notice the difference. Final corner, can we make the stick? Can we get 1st place? We do. We actually snatched it on the line. I didn't think we got it, but I think we have. Confirmation. We did gain it. Just. I mean, hundredths of a second. That was extremely close, and it was with the same car we had. So I think the change of car, without realising what we'd done, was even a stroke of pure genius or pure luck. We'll go one or the other, I'm not too sure which one. But we've done it. That's the final acceleration main event, Ultracross, finished. And a nice 1st place finish indeed. So that is the acceleration events finished. Stamp gained in every single one of them. Just confirmation of the rewards including money. We've got half the money back that we spent in the car. Just under already. Nice. We're going to be moving on to the next events in the next episode, and that is velocity events. So we'll see how we get on with these ones, won't we? We'll see you in the next episode. If you are enjoying the series, don't forget to subscribe, and a like on the episodes does really help as well. We'll see you next time.